What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com, and I got a free pick for you from this Rutgers versus Tennessee college basketball matchup going down on Monday, November 24th, 2025. Before I get to the free pick, if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, click the link in the description, or you can find those at Pickdawgz.com by clicking the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page, or the Experts tab as well. We've got so much free pick content. You know these plays on the premium side are the best of the best. That's what Pickdawgz Premium is for. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout. PICK gets you 15% off your purchase. We've also got our Inner Circle. It's something we've been mentioning in our videos lately. It's not for everyone. It's for those who are placing larger bets of at least $1,000 or more per game, which is the requirement to be accepted into the service. But we've had a lot of big bettors and high rollers join the club already. We've already had a ton of early success with one-on-one coaching, management, and the early releases as well. So if that sounds like something that's for you, reach out to the number on the screen. We'll get you some more information. But let's get to this one between Rutgers and Tennessee. These two teams squaring off as part of the Players Era Festival, easy for me to say, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. You got Tennessee coming into this one 5-0 on the year, off an 89-60 win over Tennessee State, while Rutgers 4-1 coming off of their 67-54 loss to Central Connecticut at home. Both these teams starting the year with 5 straight home games, but Rutgers taking the loss to Central Connecticut, and I'll tell you, they've had some close results, some close calls. They were playing with fire. I had Central Connecticut in that game. I had them with the points, but I also had a little bit of a side bet on the money line as well, and it came through. But it was mainly because Rutgers, this is a Rutgers team that I think has taken a step down, obviously losing 2 players to the lottery in the NBA, and Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. That's going to be a big loss for these Scarlett Knights. And then you get caught playing with fire against teams like Maine, Lehigh, American, games that Rutgers all didn't cover in. And then they were stifled by Central Connecticut, who's been an NCAA tournament team, in recent years. So, this is a Central Connecticut team that I do think, I should say at least they've been the class of the NEC. They were last year. They were, doing fairly well last year. And, I think that this is a Central Connecticut team that's going to be able to do some damage, in the NEC. I think they're going to be outstanding. They were 14-2 in conference play last year, and they're going to be able to knock some teams off. So is it a bad loss on the surface for Rutgers? Yes, because Central Connecticut is still ranked, 244th at the time this video is being recorded, and Rutgers is still a power conference program. It's a game that you shouldn't lose. And now, if you're Rutgers, you got to go to a neutral site, take on a Tennessee team that has been just throttling everybody this season. Now, granted, Tennessee's strength of schedule, not a whole lot more impressive. I mean, Rutgers, 3rd worst strength of schedule in the country, at 363rd, while Tennessee is at 351, playing the likes of Mercer, Northern Kentucky, North Florida, Rice, and Tennessee State. But the thing with Tennessee is that they've been winning those games comfortably, and I feel a lot more comfortable backing Tennessee, who I think is more well coached. Nate Ament has been outstanding in his first 5 games at the collegiate level. He's just been really, really solid for the Volunteers. His first 5 games, he's scored in double figures in all of them, and I think that this is just a spot where I trust Tennessee more laying this big number. This to me feels like a spot where Rutgers, despite having some solid talent last year, we saw them stumble in some certain spots. And I think that this is a Tennessee team that is going to once again be a legitimate threat in the SEC this year. But like I said, we also saw when Rutgers, had to play on a neutral floor against certain teams. Yeah, they hung around against the likes of Alabama, Texas A&M. But this, for me, is still probably the worst team in the Big Ten this season from a talent perspective. And I think that Tennessee, I think they just lock them up here. I think if you struggle to score against Central Connecticut, you're going to struggle to score against the 3rd best defense in terms of defensive efficiency adjusted in the country. So give me Tennessee here, laying the big number, and that's going to be my free pick. But thank you for checking out this free pick video. Let me know who you guys like in this game in the comment section below. And remember, if you're looking for my best bets, you can head to Pickdawgz Premium or click the link in the description of this video below. And remember to use the promo code PICK, P-I-C-K at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. Good luck. We'll see you guys soon.